Good day, traders. So we have been through almost all the basic classes that we need to go through. From the last video, we talked about market structure and the trending market. So you remember that we said that we have three types of market structure. We have the uptrend, the downtrend, and the ranging market. So normally we have already talked about our pending orders. We have talked about our pending orders, how to set buy limits, stop and stop limits. So we have done that one, and I'm glad that almost everybody followed through the class very well, and the assignments I gave in the class, everybody did it, and it's getting clearer small. So we have talked about the market structure. From the last video, we said that in an uptrend, we have the first part, which is the high. Let me get my arrow. So let's say here is the high. Here is the high. You get your horizontal line and mark your highest point. And here is the low. Get your horizontal line and mark your low. So if market is in an uptrend, we have what we call higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows. Like from here, let's say, assuming here that went up. Let me look for a clearer place. Okay, no, much clear. No, this market is in a downtrend. Okay, let me say here, from here, let's use this part for the example of an uptrend. Let me use it for the example of an uptrend, just this part. Let me use this part. So assuming that we have another high by the left hand side that we are not seeing, and price wants to go higher, let's assume that this my arrow here is the highest point. Let's assume that this my arrow is the highest point here. So as market is going, we have a high. Sorry, you know that as I'm using the extreme, is going to be loading and reloading. So this is our high. The down part, this down part is the higher lows. This place is the higher high. This is higher low. Why is it higher high and higher low? Because it's not breaking the last low. So this is another higher high. This is higher low. We'll have tiny bits of move here. So this is higher high. It have not broken this high. This is higher low. You get, before there's a change in the trend. So this part is what we call break of market structure. Break of market structure. You can see where some people will be tagging it BMS, BMS, BMS. Some people can say it's break of market structure. Some people say break of structure. So when if price did not break this high again, because from here you can see that all the highs were broken. All these highs were broken. You know that we are using this Euro USD, the short term move up, to do the example. So let's see the downtrend. You see that now price did not break this high that we formed here. It did not break it, making this one a higher low and this one a this is the latest higher low, and this one that is supposed to form this another higher high did not go through. So what it did was it formed this high, this higher low, and now break this low. And once it breaks this low, what we call it is now, this is what we call our low. This one now becomes our low. This one now becomes our low. As it has become our low, so when price push up, because there's a break of market structure here, there's a break of market structure here, so this one now becomes our lower low, then this one becomes our lower high. Remember what I said, this one becomes our lower low, this one becomes our lower high. Then you see that market breaks another structure here, it breaks another structure here, it breaks the body of the structure here, it did not break from the wick. So we have two types of break of structure. Sometimes it will break with the body of the structure. We'll get back as time goes on. As time goes on, you start back testing. There's something we call back test. This place now, you start looking at your chart, you go back to what happened before on your demo, and you start seeing that market, some things repeat itself. So everything about forex trading, it repeats itself. It breaks here and now form another higher lower high, form another lower high, and as it form another lower high, it now breaks this low, it now breaks this low. Because if you change it to line chart, you see the break of structure very well. You see the break of structure very well. You've seen it. You've seen the break of structure very well. It now breaks it. As it breaks it, so here now becomes, this is your lower high. It now form another low, break structure, form a new low, and that's how it goes. It continue going like that. See here, here becomes your lower high. It breaks another structure here, breaks another structure here, breaks another structure here. Here is your lower high, breaks another structure here. As it breaks another structure here, we are expecting it to form another lower high. So once price breaks another lower high, we expect it to break this particular low. So that's where we are. That's where we are. And if price breaks this high, that means price have changed structure. That's changed structure. But remember, we have this high, we have this high, we have this high. So if price starts breaking all this high, that means the market have changed to an uptrend, and that's what we call reversal point. We call it reversal. We call it reversal. That means price have reversed to the upside. Price have reversed to the upside. That's how it is. But for now, Euro USD on the monthly time frame is still on a downtrend. That is what I meant from the last video, because the video was not too clear. So that's why I'm repeating it. So after that, we have known that once market breaks previous low, it's called break of structure. It's called break of structure. So that's by the way. So there's something we call technical analysis and fundamental analysis. I've not talked about it in any of the videos. So I just want to quickly talk about it. So all these things we are doing for you to know the higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, all those things, we call them technical analysis. When you want to do a technical analysis, you start from your monthly time frame, mark out your swing highs and your swing lows. And once you mark out your swing highs and your swing lows, that's when you now start using your tools, your technical tools. That is why we call it technical, because you're seeing what you're doing. You're seeing what you're doing. So that's why we call it technical analysis. The technical analysis is what you see me doing almost every morning when I come to the charts. You see me mark out my highs. When you use your horizontal, mark out my highs. You mark out my lows. I will now mark out other structures that will help me to know if I'm going to buy and sell. This is what we call technical analysis. Now use your trend line to get your chart pattern. You now look at your candlestick pattern. You know the names of the candlestick that appear once you come to the chart. You say, okay, is this engulfing candle? Is it a pin bar? Is it a pin bar or hammer? Anyone you can remember? Is it an engulfing candle? That is the only thing that makes you a technical analyst. This trend line, you set your pending order because you've seen that yes, market structure has broken. Maybe price have broken this low. I'm expecting price to pull back, to go back and retrace to a certain level. Once it retraces to a certain level, you now take your buy and your sell. There are so many things that we'll need to discuss as we are going into higher classes. We are going to talk about liquidities. They will not enter psychology, the risk management, trade management, money management, how to manage everything. So today I'm going to talk about this technical. This technical is the main part of forex trading and which we have been learning. So all those things we have been learning, knowing your spread, your pips, your trend line, how to draw your trend line, how to execute markets on your MT4 and MT5, how to set up your MT4 and your MT5, how to do your market execution, your pending orders, your buy stop, sell limit, buy limit. That is exactly what we call technical analysis. That is what we call technical analysis. So as we have known some parts of our technical analysis, there are more. So people use this indicator, but this I reminded all of us that we don't use indicators in Babidor Academy. We don't use it. We use only price actions. What we see is what we trade. If we see the market selling, we'll sell. If we see the market buying, we'll buy. We don't need an indicator. We don't need a foreign body to come and tell us, oh yeah, sell or buy. So this is exactly what we are going. We are going into the deeper parts of trading. So as we have learned this, I'm supposed to talk about the fundamentals. The fundamental aspect of forex trading is knowing the events. There are so many events that helps the market to move faster, that helps the volatility of the market to move faster, which we call fundamental analysis. How do we run fundamental analysis? We use what we call forexfactory.com. We have so many of them. We have I think blackbull.com. We have so many of them. Forex.com. We have so many news. If you just go to, I will list them in the class. I will list some of the sites where you can see your news, what is going to happen each day. So before you even do, maybe after your technical analysis, you now go to your forex factory. When you get to your forex factory, you now check which news is going to move this market. Every currency has its own news. If Trump, Powell, all those stuff are on the news, JPY, all those things, CAD, all of them have a specific days of news. Maybe when you come to your forex, go to your forex factory, you will check if there's USD news, GBP news, CAD news, JPY news. That is what I'm going to talk about now. So what will I do? I'll go out from my chart now. I'll go to Forex My Chrome. I'll go to forexfactory.com. I'll type Once you get to your Chrome, you type forexfactory.com. It will come out Forex Factory. You see it here, the calendar. You tap on it. You can download it. You can download it on your phone. You can download it and set it to your time. If your time is GMT, like I'm using GMT, you see it. Like this week, you will see the week, you will see the month, the whole month. If you tap on this today, tap this week, this is the week, everything that is going to happen this week. Then if you tap on this month, you see everything that is going to happen all throughout this month. You will see all the news that is going to happen till Friday, 30th of May. You see all the news, and as you're seeing them, you see that there are different colors. We have different colors. You have different colors on this. You will see your own, like because I've set my own for just this orange color and red color. If you open your Forex Factory, you will see different colors. And because you're seeing the different colors, where did I remove the different colors? Once you tap, let me cancel. You see this last part that is showing something like an umbrella. You tap it, you will see expected impact. The ones that is strong are the red and the orange. Some people don't use this orange. You will see all these ones. You will see all of them on your chart. Let me go back. You will now see that the chart will start. Okay, I did not save it. I've not saved it. I need to save it. Apply filter. Once I apply filter and come to my chart, you see that not chart, my news. You see that once I tick back now, have yellow, orange, red, blah blah blah. So you will now go back again to that string that has something like umbrella. You now remove these ones. You can now leave. Some people leave only the red. You can leave red and orange. You understand? You can leave red and orange. You can leave every other thing. Although CNY is off. You see the whole currency: AUD, CAD, CHF, Euro, GBP, JPY, NZD, USD. Then growth news. These are the news, the event types that used to happen. Bonds, I don't actually use them, but it doesn't matter. Even if you leave them, it doesn't matter. You can decide to leave them. You can decide to just remove them, because sometimes they might have some effect or some impact on the news. You now tap on apply filter, and once you tap on apply filter, you will see that your chart will start looking like this. This is the whole month. This one is the whole month of May. You now start seeing it. How do you read it? Every morning when you wake up on Thursday, like tomorrow, we have JPY by 4:03 a.m. This is Nigerian time. You see that we have BOJ, all those blah 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 blah, all through tomorrow. JPY. There's news on JPY. On Thursday, there's news on USD. So what do you do? How do you use this to your own advantage? Like for now, we are only trading using Euro USD for our practice. We are using it for, but that doesn't mean that you cannot trade other currency pairs. You can still trade other currency pairs, just that we are using Euro USD as our pair for our training. So now, if you come to the forexfactory.com and you are seeing a red folder on USD, you see this one, 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, USD. You see what they wrote: unemployment claims. There are ways they actually, once the news come out, you will see the actual number of this actual forecast and previous. They calculate it. The news will calculate it, and once it calculates it, it tells the impact, if it's positive or negative. And if it's positive, you see that some of the USD pairs will start buying. If it's negative, some of the USD pairs will start selling. So that one is not something that you hit your head on. It's strictly unpractical, because if you don't notice them on your chart, as I'm talking now, you will not understand it. You will not understand it because it differs each day on all of them, each month on all of them. We have different numbers. So the only way for you to be a fundamental analyst is for you to focus all your trading on USD pairs. Like you have seen now, we are using Euro USD. You know, it has a carrier of USD. So Euro USD might have a high volatility movement by 1:30 p.m. By 1:30 p.m. you see that the market, either if it's going up, you see it's moving so fast. You see it's moving so fast. But this is what you pull your eye down and start experiencing it. And once you experience it, you see how fun trading is. So this is, by the way, for Forex Factory. We have other news link, but this one is what I'm using. This is what I'm using. So every day before you pick up your tools in your chart, you come to this Forex Factory. On your journal, you write Thursday, May 1st, we have BOJ Outlook report on JPY pairs. On JPY, you now go to your chart, check all the JPY pairs. You now write again Thursday, May 1st, we have unemployment claims on USD pairs. You bring down all USD pairs, all the carriers of USD. Those pairs, if you are monitoring them, in fact, the why I love my classes, I take each trade, I will trade them on our team, each of the news every day. Once we enter into advanced class, we take each of the news one by one, and we make sure that all the pairs associated with JPY on each day we treat them. We do a technical analysis on them, and we now see the fundamental analysis, the impact of fundamental on them. So that is the essence of having a mentor that wants to help you. So as I'm going deeper to the class, we'll still be understanding. I'll be taking it gradually. It's not we are not rushing. We are not going to be too fast. We are not going to be too fast. So this is what I want to share on fundamental analysis, and that's I think that's all for now. So let's as we watch this video, please rewatch the video. You can watch video first time, you might not understand it. You watch the second time, it will start clearing. Go back to your chart and see what I'm talking about. You go to your link and see if you can be able to set. Remember how I set it? You tap this place, you see all this calendar filter. You now remove all these ones, remove it and apply filter. And once you apply filter, it will bring you back to this place, and that's all. That's it. So thank you, and do have a nice day.